Hey everybody, so today we're going to be making a basic American recipe, macaroni and cheese, and to do it we're going to be using the Camp Dutch Oven Cookbook, which is very simple recipes that are simplified so that you can cook them over a campfire. Now to cook the pasta I'm using a steamer pot, which basically has a steamer inside of a pot. So the first thing I'm going to do is fill up this pot with water. I'm going to make sure that it gets up into the range of where the pasta would be, but not too high that it takes a long time to boil. As you can see, the water's rising here. When it gets up to a point where it would cover all of the pasta, I'll stop pouring the water in. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner on to high so that it heats up the water to the boiling point quickly. You can see that the level of water in the pot is about this high for the 16 ounces of pasta that's needed for this recipe. Now the ingredients we'll need for this recipe are 1.5 pounds of cheese, 2 eggs, 16 ounces of elbows, basically 1 box, 1 stick of butter, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 12 ounces of evaporated milk. I usually use between 8 to 12 ounces, more like 8 to 10 ounces of evaporated milk to make it a thicker sauce. Once the water starts to boil, I pour in all 16 ounces of the macaroni and basically just let it cook until it begins to be soft. And until the macaroni is to the texture you want it to be. But the thing is, you got to turn the heat down, maybe to level 6 or halfway almost, a little bit above halfway. While the pasta's cooking, you want to take the butter, put it into a bowl of some type, a container, put a cover on it, and put it in the microwave here. And you want to run the microwave on a defrost setting. I just put in whatever weight. The goal is for me just to get it on defrost mode so that it heats up slowly and melts slowly without causing a lot of popping in the microwave and whatnot. And then you want to check periodically to make sure that the butter's done, and when it is done and fully liquid, then you take it out. The next step is you want to pour almost all 12 ounces of the evaporated milk into the bowl, but you leave just a little bit in the can here so that it's not too wet of a mixture. Then you want to crack both eggs on the side of the container here, put them in, the bowl, you need 2 teaspoons of salt, so you can measure it out like this. Just want to be careful not to put too much. And 1 teaspoon black pepper. I usually put a little bit more pepper in here. So maybe 2 teaspoons. I like the taste of the flavor of the pepper. As the pasta is cooking, you want to make sure you stir it around so that it doesn't stick to the pot. Make sure it's cooking evenly and everything properly. When you have all the ingredients in the bowl, you now want to stir it around so that the eggs are beaten up, the pepper, salt, evaporated milk is all mixed together in a creamy consistency. Now you should be able to get your butter out of the microwave. You want to pour it into the whole mixture. Usually you want to mix it in, but I only have 2 hands, so either way. Mix it around until everything's blended together. So now the next step is to drain the pasta. So basically, with this kind of a steamer, we can just pull it right out and then empty the water in this pot by dumping it. It's difficult to do with one hand, or with two hands even. Put it back in there. You want to combine the pasta in the main pot. Take it out of the strainer, put it in the main pot. Put it back on the stove. Now you want to pour the mixed contraption into the pasta and mix it around. This is where the eggs that are in this sauce will cook. Thoroughly, and afterwards we'll put in the cheese, but we'll give it a couple minutes to cook. Now we go ahead and mix the cheese into the pasta. When completed, the pasta should look something like this, and you can add milk as needed, depending on how thick you want the pasta to be. The macaroni product. Now I'm going to let it cook a few more minutes, but that's basically how you make macaroni and cheese in a very simple way, very quickly, with only a few ingredients. Actually, I ended up stirring a little bit more milk in there because it didn't seem like it was creamy enough. It was too thick. It needed to be a little bit less thick. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and don't forget to press the like button at the bottom of the video. That'll just let other people see my videos more easily. And then also, make sure you subscribe so that you can see my content in the future, and I think you'll like what I'm working on.